the first thing, I think the most important thing is gratitude. That would be the first thing that really stands out to me looking back on this first year. I am so grateful, thankful. I feel so fortunate. Number one, for the supportive people around me, namely my wife, who has been quite patient with me over the last 18 months, despite the fact that, this thing has sucked up all of my time. Not all of my time, but almost all of my time. And, we have two young daughters, and that is in terms of priorities, you never want to say there's anything that is higher priority than your children. And overall, that's true. But in the first year of a business, if you don't give that business the attention that it needs, that it absolutely needs to move into any sort of phase where there's momentum, where it really starts to gain steam, it won't go anywhere. So I definitely appreciate her support and her, everything she's done for me, with me, without me when I was working, or, over the course of this time. It would be very difficult if she wasn't that way and wasn't supportive. So I'm also very grateful that I even have the opportunity to do something like this. I get to do something I absolutely love every day. I get to do something that I am just insanely passionate about every day. It is all consuming. When I'm eating breakfast, I'm thinking of the freelance firm. When I'm eating dinner, I'm thinking of the freelance firm. When I lay in bed, I'm thinking about the freelance firm. Everything I do in some way, at some level, my mind is on the business. Whether that's what happened today, what can I do tomorrow, what can I do long term, what's, just constant analysis, ideas, strategy. And when it's your business, that's fun for you. When it's not your business, the people around you, probably not so fun. But I do feel fortunate because it is a fun feeling. And I've had a lot of jobs, since I was a kid, from, paper route to dishwasher to waiter to barback to everything in between. So, an attorney, I've worked as an attorney, but I've always worked hard. I've always, done my best, so to speak, or what I thought maybe was my best at the time, and never felt 1% of this excitement, this passion, this drive that I do now with my own business. That's pretty cool, and I'm not saying you can't be happy in a job. I'm not saying you can't be passionate about your job. If you found a job, that gives you that feeling, then stick with it. But once you taste it, and then, if I had to go back and work for somebody else, that would be a very, very difficult challenge. Now, just having 1 year, having worked for myself, having felt what it feels like to do something like this and to get fully behind something, it would be hard to go back and help somebody achieve their dream, because that's the only way that I'd look at it. That's how I would feel about it. I'm working hard so my boss or their boss can achieve their dream, and that would be a tough pill for me to swallow.